Prime TV, new media with a difference.
Welcome as always. My name is Mystic Marlene, Lady Marlene, and this is the Golden Pot of Hope. The Golden Pot of Hope is a program, a charity program that is brought to you by Prime View Television, an online station based in the United Kingdom that empowers all that usually brings to you authentic news, politics, and social lifestyle. The Podium is a program that is presented by Ambassador Spencer Anyanwelo. We have the Prime View Kids by Stylee, and we have Straight Talk and the Golden Pot of Hope presented by myself, Lady Marlene. This small pot you see here, I call it the Pot of Hope. It gives hope to the less privileged back home in Nigeria. It empowers the youths, pays school fees for those that cannot afford, hospital bills for the people that cannot afford to pay their bills, and empowers petty traders, mainly women, widows that cannot afford to start business. Usually, the Golden Pot of Hope, when we used to have it in the studio, we have names inside the pot, and we invite celebrities. When they come in, they'll pick up a name from the pot. And any name they pick up from the pot, the person benefits from the golden pot. And whatever they have from the bottom of their heart, they put it inside the pot. And that's how we're able to help the less privileged back home. I beg your pardon, the less privileged back home. We have a charity, we are affiliated to a charity back home in Nigeria also, which is the Center for Prevention of the Prevention. I'll say that again. We are affiliated to a charity in Nigeria, the Center for Prevention of Exploitation of Women and Children. So you can see we are always charity, and helping. And that is why I picked a particular lady, a woman of substance, to be my very first guest with this pandemic coronavirus that we stay at home, to be my very first guest in the show. Why did I pick her? She is a woman with a heart. And I must tell you, a woman with a heart of gold, and a woman, and I can proudly call my sister the Lioness, electric woman. Adabuza one in the idea. You are welcome to my show, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
The Lioness. I must say, maybe I sounded gibberish. I know, because I have been in occasions, so many places, and I have watched the Lioness. And when I use the word the Lioness, you can see how I emphasize on it. I know you are also in a medical line, and I know you have children. The topic of today is, how are parents, or how are people with young children coping with this pandemic, the coronavirus? How are you coping?
Wow. If you ask me, how am I coping, is totally different from how our parents coping, because there is no same formula to parenting. How Mrs. A copes might differ from how Mrs. B copes. Right. Having said that, how am I coping, my dear? It's not been easy. It's especially when you have overactive children. Children who likes to play outside, who are always on the move, young well. I'm coping well. I'm trying to be friends with my children, because this is an opportunity where you befriend your children, whether you like it or not. You have to befriend them. You have to be closer to them. You have to some days make yourself look like, if you have two children, make yourself look like the third one in the house. Because if you see yourself as a child, you might not understand their plight. You might not tolerate them. So you join them to play the game, and you join them to do their stuff. Those are coping mechanism,
Yeah,
you know.
I can imagine. I can imagine. I can imagine because I was just taking myself back to when I had my children are all grown now and left house. It's just myself, I must say, and I must say when this pandemic kicks, how if my children were still young and staying with me, how I could have been able to. I knew I had very active kids too, how I would have been able to cope. And all that was why I'm actually laying emphasis and making this topic, putting it up away to just the women, mainly the people, not just women, because there are some male parents out there without a female mother,
Definitely.
yeah, around. How they're really coping, and I can imagine what you are going through having them. And then in United Kingdom, where most kids are very active. And
A little space.
yes, because I know when they were in school, when the schools were open, they can go to school, and then
Mhm.
you have a few hours to yourself and all that. And now you don't have all those.
You are with them 24 hours. Fortunately
Psychological and
or unfortunately. And some will say fortunately, but I can bet you 85% of parents are saying unfortunately. In fact, one parent said to me after the end of lockdown, she will buy flowers to the teachers to appreciate them, because now beginning to see how hard work it is to teach them. It's a very
yeah.
tough time. Parents we need the grace
And
to pull.
I also think it's also an opportunity for parents to bond with their kids,
Definitely.
you know.
Most definitely. It is an opportunity to know your kids one on one. It is an
Mm,
opportunity to now know, okay, my child
mhm.
has this trait. This my child likes to read more. That one is an opportunity, because some of us, somebody like me, I work
Yeah.
12 hours shift, and this is the first
Mm.
time I'm spending with my children 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it's opportunity to know them a bit
Yeah, okay, and
more.
then the Lioness, taking you back to the 12 hours a week, you're into the medical line, aren't you? I'm wondering, how are
Yes, I
you
am.
coping now with the kids and the going to the hospital? What's going on in the hospital environment and all that? Can you feed us back a little bit on that?
A hospital environment is not a holiday environment. When you say hospital
Mm,
environment, is a place where you go, you're like, okay, whatever comes out of it, I take it.
mm.
So you can imagine that kind of environment without the COVID-19
Yeah.
pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Now is times 10.
Mm-hmm.
Is everybody is on the move. There's this emergency here and this emergency there. Is a very tough
Wow.
time as well.
Mm.
But how
Yeah.
be it, because my kids are still young and vulnerable, I had to stay at home to look after them.
Okay, that's good. Was it voluntarily, or did you decide to stay at home, or you were asked to stay at home by the
Oh
government?
yes, oh yes. My last baby is 9.
Okay.
So you can imagine me leaving them at
Yeah.
home for 12 hours shift. And from here to where I work is about 2 hours to go, 2 hours to come. So you're talking about 16 hours a day. and no care at home because they ask elderly people to stay away from children. So my mom, who usually will help me out, is isolating in her home. So it's a decision I had to make.
Okay, I'm sure, and thank God we have that option because my partner in this primary TV, Spencer Newell, he has an aged mother too, and because of that, he was able to quarantine himself and the children. Took the children off school 2 weeks before closure, so to be able to stay, so that the mom can be free
Safe.
from this virus.
It's the best decision because there's no point you saving lives in hospital and risking lives at home.
Mhm.
You know, so you have to weigh the two options. For me, my children, they're my all and all. So I'd rather save my children at home than being a hero in the hospital and risking the life of my children.
I can imagine. And then the Lioness, let's take it back a bit socially. I know in this country, United Kingdom, you are socially everywhere. I must
I didn't
join them,
that.
and people, the Friends of the Lioness, Alec Ladies, Abia Assembly, on and on and on.
Oh, you're making me blush now.
I want
I'm,
to ask you
I'm
now that
blushing
they're shut down. Now that they're shut down, how are you guys socializing? Before I get into the main integrity of this socializing or the
No,
social
don't forget that whatever has a bad side has a good side too.
Mhm.
You know, in terms of socializing, you know, we have cut down in physical contact. Cutting down in physical contact meant I had to save money on my clothes. I had to save
Ooh,
money on my makeup.
no, let me
That's why I'm
interrupt you.
wearing my glasses because you don't want to see my makeup today. I didn't do it professionally. So I'm like, oh my God,
You
what am I
tried,
going to do?
you tried,
Because
you're still
I'm
as gorgeous as ever anyway.
Oh, thank you. Because I'm not used to making up myself. I have a professional makeup artist, you
Yeah.
know, so it's saved me money. In fact, my clothes are still at my tailors, which I haven't picked. You can
Oh,
imagine if we
wow.
had
Wow.
parties, I would have gone to pick them and pay, you know, understand?
I can
So,
imagine. I can imagine.
so I've saved on that side, but I'm losing as well because I had lineups of events I was going to anchor, especially this summer period, you
Yes.
know. But
Yes.
we still meet on social, you
Yes,
know, media.
because
We use
that
our
actually affected me a little bit because mine is the red carpet of every Fridays. Every Fridays I have to have a costume for my, or should I say, a red carpet dress for my outing for either one movie premiere or one this or
but you
that.
know,
And I tell you, I saved a lot of money.
I'm telling you,
But
so you
there's one thing
save
I
it, but
always
you lose it.
I know, but there's something I always do every week. Once a week, I make myself up, sit down and watch, face the camera and say something, just to still feel that celebrity lifestyle. I do, I do that.
You
You
know
know,
why
so
you have
I'm
time?
not,
You know why you have time for that? Because your kids are grown and left home.
yes, I'm telling you, I needed something to do, and I don't have kids to watch over, you know, but I thank God for everything. And then, still on this social lifestyle. A lot of groups, organizations are soliciting funds for the less privileged back home. What are you doing and how are you able to do it? Especially to extend to Nigeria during the lockdown.
Thankfully to God, some of the groups that I belong relief activities, exercises, you know,
Mhm.
trying to help the vulnerable individuals, both UK or
I saw the one thing,
yes, it's a
I
group
saw that one.
I belong.
Yeah.
We participated. We reached out to over 150 vulnerable individuals, our elderly ones, youths who are studying here in England with no parents. We reached out to single parents. We reached out to those who are suffering from one illness or the other, who are, you know, so a lot of people gained from it. We solicited for funds from individuals who are well-to-do, because obviously all fingers are not equal. So those who are buoyant enough, gave from the bottom of their heart to be able to reach out to others. Right. My other group as well, Early Golden Ladies, we reached out to widows and people back home in Nigeria. We carried out that charity in Lagos, that we didn't pay from our pocket. We collected the money from our purse to carry out that project, thanks to our president, Chief Mrs. Nkechi Okezuronye, and her executives. My other group as well, Abia State Women UK, what we have done is to put up a food bank in Woolwich. Yes. So what we are asking is all our members who are in need to please reach out, either contact me or one of our sister Onyinye to be able to get something to eat. Right. My other group, Friends of the Lioness, yes, we are reaching out. Oh yes, Friends of Oh yes, which you are proudly a member. Thank God for that. Amongst all your tight schedule, we are reaching out to more than 50 widows and widowers back home in Ikuano local government of Abia State.
That's my mom's
yes,
area.
we. Oh yes, that's true. You are my one.
I'm probably anytime I doubles on the area. I'm proud of you. I tell you that.
Thank you.
Big up to the people. This is your boy Raskin Bobo, Afrobeat reggae dancehall artist in UK, London. Big up everybody. Keep watching the Prime View TV, the #1 station TV in UK, London. See the golden pot. Don't touch it. #1.
Thank you so much. So that's what we're doing at the moment. We were able to solicit for fund as well, and our friends reached out. We have a GoFundMe page where we ask for individuals who are touched. We've carried out activities, charity projects before. This is our second charity project. The first one was the Cerebral Palsy Center in Lagos, where they help about 13 children with cerebral palsy. So we were able to donate $250,000 naira to them. And this is our second project where we want to be able, because I believe that when you give to the vulnerable, you're giving unto God. And if you're not able to give to 1 million, at least give to as much as you can reach. So we are not able to give to entire village or but at least what we are doing is the more money we get, the more people we reach. Our main target before was 50, but as it stands right now, we might be able to do more than 50, say about 60, 70. If we get more money, then we reach out more, because it's nice to help the poor when they genuinely need it.
Oh, wow. And then coming back to UK, this pandemic is taking so many lives. So many lives. Is there something you think the government is not doing right, they should have done right? The way they're trying with the control of the effects, the way the pandemic is affecting people, the way it's being spread, and the amount of deaths that we're having, almost chasing hand in hand with the US. US is already 70,000 plus. Wow. We are 30,000 plus. Is there anything that you think that they're not doing right, or what? Any suggestion to what you think that can be done right?
My dear, if you share UK population to the number of US, I will say we are more than them. I mean, the statistics should be more. I don't know. I mean, when you say 31,000 and 70,000, I would think it is hitting us more, because US is larger. Yes. In location, it's hitting us more, because if you check the size of the US, you should be talking about 100 and something thousand, but just 70,000 compared to small UK, hitting us with 30 thousand plus. I would say is hit us bad. It is something the government actually they are trying their best. There is no way they will do it 100% right. They can only try their best. They have said to people, sit at home. They have said to people, don't go out. They've said to people, wash your hands. But are the population adhering to that instruction? Are they taking that guidelines? You can only take a horse to the river. You cannot force that horse to drink. Every day you see the appeal, please stay at home, don't come out if it's not necessary, don't use the public transport. But once you peep outside, you will see traffic. You see people, like the supermarkets are filled up. The parks are jam-packed. People are not listening to the instructions. They are not carrying out the instructions. So we keep dying. We keep losing loved ones. People come back from work, they still interact and jump around. They are not, remove your clothes, jump straight to the bathroom, wash your hands, do this, do that. Some think, I beg, I don't feed, I don't tire.
I know.
But, the government cannot, they are providing loans for small businesses. They have upped, the universal credit to say, people, please apply. There are food banks in every borough. They're trying. Most governments, especially our government back home, cannot equate quarter of what they are doing to cope the COVID-19. But it's up to us. Now they are saying, oh, they are going to let people go out and exercise. I'm telling you, people are like, yeah, that's it. But
I know. I thought about that too. I thought about when I saw that article on Boris today that is okay. It's okay to go out, so instead of limiting the time of the park, you can extend it. You can walk if you want to work. Only if you cannot, if you can work at home, work from home. But if not, you can. It's like indirectly, it's been lifted.
Exactly, it's been indirectly lifted, and the number of deaths keep increasing. It's not helping matters, because if you check those countries that had limited deaths, their lockdown was lockdown. You never saw. They'll give you ticket. They'll give you fine if they fine you outside. You have to have a very cogent reason to be on the road. You have to provide a certificate that authorizes you to go out. But here, our lockdown was never lockdown. I wouldn't even let my kids out of the building, not to talk of going to park. I wouldn't do it. Gloves, they don't wear it properly. You see one glove, they wear it 2 days, 3 days. When you're not, I mean, what are you not protecting?
That takes me to one experience I had in the market, because once in a while I go to the market to get what I don't have kids here to shop for me anyways. And I've always, to me, I never believe age is on my side too. When they say, even if they say 60 plus, 70, I believe 40 plus also can be victims. So I went to the market one Saturday morning, saw this lady, old lady, maybe in her 70s. And she was actually tasting grapes in the market without washing it. Then I said, Mom, because she's a Yoruba woman. I said, Mama, no, see, go wash this thing. She said, oh, my darling, I'm sorry. My mind never even. But do you know what? After a short while, I met another one. No gloves, no mask, no nothing. I said, Mommy, this thing is real, She said, I said, you don't have this, you don't have that, but I have God. I said, hey. This is where education lacks. But you're in America, you're in UK.
Ignorance,
yeah. And this time around, thousands and thousands are dying. And you're telling me preventing it or protecting yourself, that you have God, so therefore you don't have to protect yourself. So that was really, really upsetting to me. But then that takes me to an advice. I need you to, because I consider myself an advocate for youths, especially Nigerian youths. You know how this virus is being taken in Nigeria. Maybe they take it seriously, some take it as a joke. Some think it's a political gimmick, some think is I don't know what they're thinking. Most of them are not observing the lockdown.
The guidelines.
Yes. So I want you to please use this opportunity. Usually my shows is a short 15, 20 minutes, mostly 30 minutes show, just for us to hit points and, but I want you to use this opportunity to advise my youth, especially back home in Nigeria. Let them realize this is real and coming from a medical point of view. Please let them know that when you're asked to stay home, you need to stay home. When you're asked to wear mask, you need to wear mask. When you're asked to wash your hands thoroughly, it is very important to do this because people are dying. Please, I need you to just take a few minutes and
my dear, that what you've just asked me now is the hardest job. In fact, it's harder than cannulating somebody hasn't got a vein. I'm telling you. You know why? Because where do I start? Are you asking me to advise our youth in Nigeria or our youth here?
Nigeria in particular.
Marlene, so I don't know, say that's all you hate me. The thing is, there are not, you know why I said that, I mean, in a joking way. It's very difficult because why? Our youths are angry, our youths are hungry, our youths are jobless, our youths are powerless, our youths are, there are so many things wrong, there are so many things, they will tell you that, auntie, keep this your advice first. Make we sort them out from beginning. You understand? Because they will tell you a hungry man is an angry man. Are they going to sit down and listen to your advice at home, hungry, at home with no electricity, at home? At least, just like I mentioned here, the government here have put in place little things. Oh, sister, stay at home. Mommy, stay at home. If you need food, call this group. They will deliver it for you at home. If you need that, call this. They will. But those facilities are not being provided for our people back home. You understand? Most of these youths and these touts are the ones who go out to do one thing or the other to provide for their probably aged parents or sick parents at home. I have this little gentleman I adopted as a son. Every day we say, Mommy, my mom is dying. Are you going to watch there and see my mom die? Because the mom was hit by bicycle, where she sells her pineapple. Now she's more or less crippled. Is this little boy with no job, no nothing, goes about to do so many miniature jobs like this construction and gets money back home to feed the mom. Now he's involved in this lockdown. There's no more job, no construction job and all that. He's angry, he's hungry, he's frustrated. It's very difficult to say to our youth, sit down back home. It's very, very difficult. One day, there's no provision, there is no light, there is no water. You are saying wash hands so amount of time, a number of times in a day, and time no they rush. No water anywhere. How they want now pure water, they want to take do them. The pure water said no day again. So they are in a very serious dilemma. It's very easy if I sit down and say, oh, yo, you guys, wash your hands. Don't do this. Don't do that. No, it's not going to work. We need to get it from the scratch. Provide little things for them. Provide, at least give them the electricity. Give them the light. Then at least you are in your house, the bungalow fan where the house, but they blow you. You take your house, the water where you manage gets go cold. You go drink them, you go sit down in your house. But this amenities are not there. It's most of them rather go out there and die than sit down at home. That sit down at home is a command. That's 11th commandment when no go work. And they tell you, you not go work for our youth. If you are saying the elderly ones sit down at home, okay, they feel understand. Okay, my pikin, I hear you. Okay, if you bring food, give me. But the youths, Sit down and go say, auntie, sit down. If now you, auntie, come first, come. If now you go sit down. What do you want sit down do? There is nothing they are sitting forward to. You see, if now the youth when manage get husband, my wife, hey, every day, Papa and Kechi, you cannot know now. You are still in this house. You know, go out, go look for waiting boy come out or poor man come out.
Yeah.
You know, so the situation back home is very, you know, sad. It's very sad. There is nothing. Okay, let me just say it because you said I should say it. The youth back home, thank God, beg you now. Lady Marlene, say me could have sit out. I'm telling them that you are telling me to tell them. You are now telling me to tell them. Lady Marlene say, "When I wash your hand, do make una wear mask." Have you seen somebody selling masks? One lady went there. She was trying all the masks. She was trying it all in the name of buying masks. She'll try this one. She will put it down. She will try another mask.
Are you kidding? I didn't see that.
Isn't it safer for me to go with that mask than to go and buy such mask?
Right.
You know? Yeah, so yeah, she was trying it. She go try this one. No, you will try another one. All in the. Is that ignorant or is that stupidity or is that, you know, trying to, I don't know, spoil market for the poor person selling masks? You know, so it's so many things need to be addressed. Make una sit down house, so Lady Marlene the beg now, sit down house, wash your hand, wear your mask, social distancing.
Social distancing.
I don't know where to start with that one. You're telling the youth that is going to go and play his draft to do social distancing. I'm not there for that one. Somebody is going to meet his mates and they will sit down and do their play ball. The one they killed in Onitsha, wasn't it ball he went to play in the park? He went to play. They killed him and killed his mates that they were trying to run. So even if person trying to run, why you not shoot him for leg? Why you not shoot him for leg? Why shooting him the point blank where you know say you go kill him? Why? The poor boy died. Probably he's just strolled out to distress himself. So you can see it's a very sad situation back home. Very, very sad one.
Well, we almost come to the end of the show, but I said if I invite people with, or should I say my hosts with charity organizations, I would like them to elaborate a bit on their charity organizations and how people can contribute to that charity. Because I know the Lioness, you're doing so much well back home for the less privileged. And I wanted to know if it's not just the Friends of the Lioness that contributes, if others are also allowed to contribute towards your charity. You just elaborate it a little bit and you can tell them here now how to able to get in touch and contribute towards your charity.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Lady Marlene, for giving me this platform to say a bit about my charity. And what we're doing is we helping vulnerable people. We don't have a particular affiliated charity back home that we help. We help individuals according to the need at that particular time. Just like the last group we helped, we just saw the adverts, you know, the video clip, and we decided these people will benefit from us. Then we channeled our resources there, and that particular project was just within the house. We didn't seek for fund outside. But this particular one, because we want to be able to reach to as many people as possible. You know, back home it's very easy to identify widows, forgetting that there are widows as well, men who's lost their wives maybe years ago or still, you know. So we're reaching out to single dads and single mom. Put it that way. Here they will call it single dad and mom, widows and widowers back home. In order for us to reach out to very large number, we are soliciting for fund from anybody, both people back home who are watching us right now, or if you're here and you're watching us right now, please, we accept pounds if you want to pay us with our currency here. We accept Naira as well. We have a Naira account where you can pay the money in Nigeria if you want to give us Naira. So we have UK account where you can reach out to us. Whatever is being given to us, we make sure we channel it, because I tell people that money given for vulnerable individuals, and you eat it, or you meddle with it, or you use it to go and buy lipstick or go and do plastic surgery, you are, putting charcoal upon yourself, a curse upon your head and the head of your generation. So my charity is a very transparent one. Whatever anybody gives us is being listed out. Whatever we do with it is being listed out. The receipt, everything, we make it open, make sure this is what we've done with it, this is what we've done with it, so that nobody will say, oh, I give you money and you didn't use it well. So I'm soliciting anybody who is touched to help us carry out this charity project at Iguano. That's where I come from, Iguano local government area of Abia State. Please help us. You can reach me, the Lioness. My Facebook page is the Lioness. My Instagram page is Electric Wine. You can reach me, inbox me, or you can reach Lady Marlene if you're closer to her. She is a member of the Friends of the Lioness as well. You can reach Lady Marlene. You can reach Ambassador Spencer Anienwelo as well. He is an associate member. He's not on our platform, but I make he's an associate member. So you can reach any one of us, and they will pass your message on to us. And we pray that the Lord will continue to bless you and bless your family, bless your endeavors. You're going out and you're coming in as you do this, as you put a smile on the faces of these vulnerable individuals. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. And on this note, I must say, remain blessed. And from the Golden Pot of Hope, I say good night.
Prime View TV. New media with a difference.